How to scale your Google Ads sales to 7 figures and above. Welcome to this guide on scaling your Google Ads sales to 7 figures and above. And in this guide, I'm basically going to teach you how we do it for our clients. Because in case you don't know me, my name is Floris van Vleuten. I am the owner of Amplifize, a Google Ads agency that helped clients generate over 10 million euros in sales already. And it doesn't really matter whether you're new to Google Ads or you're an experienced marketer. In this video, I will provide some value when it comes to running properly Google Ads. So as you can see on my screen right here, we generated 11.5 mil in the last 2.5 years for our clients, which we are really proud of, and we are growing quite fast, which I'm also very happy about because I've been running Google Ads for about 5 years now. And we learned a lot, and it's been great to actually put in our knowledge on the accounts that we are managing, right? But without any further ado, let me dive into the concept that I want to teach you today. But firstly, we're going to talk about why you need this guide and who is this guide for. So this guide is created for either an e-commerce business owner, so it doesn't really matter if you're starting out or you're the founder and looking into ways to scale your sales or specifically your Google Ads. This guide is for you. And if you are a marketer, so you are a Google Ads expert, performance marketing expert, or somebody who is in charge of getting more sales for an e-commerce company, then this guide applies to you as well. So how does Google Ads work? Just for the beginners out there, right? Google Ads is a traffic channel. That's what it is. It's nothing more than that. So Google Ads is a very useful channel where you can buy traffic to visit your website. So before you can get even the traffic to your website, you need an optimized website, right? At my agency, we focus on getting the most buy-ready people to the website and getting the most people interested in brands and in products, obviously. But that's what Google Ads is about. It's not about finding the right products. It's also not about conversion rate optimization, while it is used in the bigger equation. But Google Ads specifically is about getting the most buy-ready people to your website to increase sales, increase profits, and basically make your e-commerce business scalable. Right? So I want to introduce you to a concept called the fundamentals versus the toolbox. And this is something that we are using within our agency. So it's very important for you to understand the following. Google Ads is a very powerful platform, very powerful. My whole agency is built off of that platform actually. And when set up right, it can already generate sales just with the right setup. And if you look at how the Google Ads ecosystem works, we view it in basically two main parts, main components, which is one, the fundamentals of Google Ads, and two, the toolbox that you can use to optimize your Google Ads and basically make your account and your brand scalable with it. If you combine both, you have the right fundamentals, the right website, the right product, and the right pricing. You basically have nailed everything when it comes to what happens after the click. And the Google Ads fundamentals apply for basically making your Google Ads ecosystem work. So think about, for example, conversion tracking, doing proper keyword research, writing ad copy, and everything that comes with that, right? If you combine both, that's the best way to generate sales. And at our agency, we actually do both for clients. So if some clients prefer us to just do the fundamentals, we can do the fundamentals, that's fine. And that's basically, I would say, 50% of the work when it comes to getting the sales. And the other 50% of getting the sales is having a good product and a good website. So that's the first part. And then comes the scaling part. And for the scaling part, we use the toolbox. And the toolbox is basically a concept that we created. Because you have the fundamentals, you are getting in some sales, what's next? How do you scale? And that's when the toolbox comes into the equation. So the toolbox we use to think of ideas, strategies, road mapping, and everything that comes with scaling an account to make sure that we generate more sales, more profit, and grow our clients better. Let's get into the fundamentals. So what do the Google Ads fundamentals mean? Google Ads fundamentals means having the right setup before the click and the right setup after the click. And after the click part is having a quality product, because some drop shippers out there, for example, they think that they can rock Google Ads with a product that they picked up from AliExpress, and then they slapped on a price that they think is right for their market, and they have a shitty website, and then they start running ads. And of course, they are unprofitable. So having a quality product is very, very important. You have to have a product that really stands out. And when compared to the competition, you want to look into things as the pricing, but also the solutions that your product offers. And I know for a fact that, for example, with Facebook ads, you can get sales by just having people that have the wow factor when seeing your ad or seeing your product, right? For Google Ads, people are specifically searching for a product. So you have to have either a product that really stands out or a website that showcases why your product is better than anyone else's. Because people are already looking for the product that you are offering, and you're probably not the only one. And that brings us to the website. So you have to have a website that is not only user-friendly and that is beautifully designed when it comes to mobile and that is fast, but you also have to have a website that really makes sense, that really presents your product in a unique way. And it becomes harder actually when you have an online store with thousands of products, right? But you have to make sure that every product page is optimized and that you don't just use a crappy template and try to get in sales that way, because that just doesn't work. Then we have the Google Ads part, and then we look, for example, at conversion tracking. That's basically the fundament of the fundamentals, right? You want to track your conversions, not only because you want to know where your sales are coming from, because you can also see that in Shopify, right? But you want to learn the AI of Google, what are sales, what are good people, which people add stuff to their cart, and which people actually buy your product. And based upon that data, you can optimize your account and go from there. After you've done your conversion tracking and everything is set up right, you have to do your proper keyword research. And there are a lot of tools out there. What I would always recommend using is just the Google Ads Keyword Planner. It's a free tool within Google Ads, with Google Ads data, and it is very useful. We use it for most of our clients. Within the Google Ads Keyword Planner, you can either put in just your product page or your entire website or some keyword ideas, and the keyword tool will actually provide you with some good ideas. And the key here is to make sure that you have the most high intent keywords, because you don't want to bid on broad or non-buyer intent keywords, if that makes sense. Those aren't the only fundamentals, obviously. So when it comes to getting the click, you have to make sure that people who are seeing your ad, if it's your product, or if it's your ad copy, or if it's your ad extensions, that everything is right as it should be. So when it comes to ad copy, you really have to take the time to basically preview what you are viewing on the product page. So you want to sell the click, and then after the click, you sell the product. So you want to touch upon pain points, you want to showcase your USPs, you want to talk about how fast your delivery is, or how good your product is, what your guarantee is, for example, and try to be creative, because everyone says, we have a good product and please buy our product and we ship in 2 to 4 days, for example. You want to really stand out, because people are using Google Ads more and more, and there's not one ad on the search engine result page. There are 3 or 4 ads, and then when people scroll down, they see more and more ads, right? So you really want to stand out. Make sure you're creative. When it comes to the shopping ads, so the product-specific ads on the top of the page, you want to optimize your product feed, because on the base of the product feed, Google determines whether or not to show your product. And then when it shows your product, it has to be appealing enough for the person to click. And this is where the product feed optimization comes into play. To optimize your product feed, you want to have a very good image, at least. Stand out with your image, because if everyone is using, for example, a white background and you are using a lifestyle image, that really stands out. And make sure that your product title contains a lot of the high intent keywords. So if somebody is looking for a very specific, I don't know, frying pan or whatever, or like a cooking stove, then you can just make sure that after your keyword research, you saw your high intent keywords and you put them in your product title. And then we have ad extensions. So if you have your search ad, for example, there are a lot of extensions that you can add to your advertisement, which is basically site links, so external links that link to different pages, or promotions, or highlights about your business, or whatever. And it's just very important to make those ad extensions stand out as well. And then we have the Google Ads toolbox. So you rocked already your fundamentals, right? You have your conversion tracking, you have a good product, you have a good website, you created ad copy, you optimize your product feed, and then you have your ad extensions. And of course, between this process, you set up your actual campaigns. And what I would recommend is to set up a search and a shopping campaign. Those are the most high intent that you can get. And then optimize your keywords on the base of that, so you get more and more relevant people to your website over time. Then you have your Google Ads toolbox. So everything is set up right. You're maybe getting in some sales already if you have a good product, a good product feed, and you have a good search ad, for example. You are getting in some sales. What now? That's the question that a lot of people have. And that's why we are here. So we have a Google Ads toolbox, and I'm showing it to you right now. So when it comes down to the toolbox, you can expand this yourself. These are just some ideas that you can put in your Google Ads toolbox. And this is just a really easy frame to think in, right? So you have your fundamentals, okay, set up right, and now you have your toolbox. And your toolbox contains, for example, A/B testing ad copy. So you created one ad copy, maybe you want to create multiple variants. Maybe you want to A/B test with different headlines or different descriptions, or maybe even different offers, right? So test different versions of your ads and see if, for example, click-through rate increase or ROAS increases. And this is just an ongoing process. And that's what it boils down to when we are looking at all the tools in our toolbox. So it's just an ongoing process. You could also view negative keywords. Like I said already, you have your keyword set up in the first place, always set up in exact match, by the way, but you have your keyword set up in the first place. And then you want to check your search terms and exclude any irrelevant search terms, so you improve targeting over time. What you also can do when it comes to the negative keywords in the fundamentals is to add a big negative keyword base list. What that is basically when people are searching terms like how to XYZ or the best way to XYZ. That's not a high intent keyword. That's not a high intent search term. So you don't ever want to bid on that. And if people are looking for book and you're not selling a book or free or guide or whatever, you want to exclude those in your account all the time. So you can upload a base list, and that makes your account level negatives a bit easier. Then you have your budget and bidding management. And this is actually a bit of a complicated part, because the right budget and the right bidding management, which means bidding strategy management, really depends on the situation. So there's no way that I can tell you, okay, you always have to use this bidding strategy with this budget and then go from there. There's just no way. So budget and bidding management is actually a quite complicated process, and I actually created a framework about this. So if you're interested, you can click around the video right now, but I'll also put it in the description to make it easier for you, right? So budget and bidding management, when to use what kind of budget, when to increase budgets, when to increase targets, when to use smart bidding, etc. You just have to know when to use what kind of bidding strategy and when to use what kind of budget, and it really helps you scale the account. Then you have just your ongoing campaign optimization. So you want to segment campaigns. If you have products that do really well, you want to spend more budget on those. If you have products that are lower performing, you want to spend less budget on those, obviously. So this is just ongoing optimization. And then we have 4 more, which is remarketing. Speaks for itself, but if somebody visited your product page, you can set up additional remarketing campaigns. And you can do it also with people who added products to their cart or visited other specific landing pages which you want to retarget, and that goes basically hand in hand with other audience retargeting, like your audience targeting. So you can either target competitor websites, or you can target in-market audiences, or you can define your audience signals in your Performance Max campaign. You have a lot of things to do, but audience targeting is a very important one. Then you have automated rules and scripts, which is in your toolbox as well. We always use the Mike Rhodes Performance Max Insights script. I'll create a video about that too. But what it basically enables you to do is get more insights on your Performance Max campaigns, because you want to know where it spans, which products are performing, which products are your heroes or your zombies, or right? You want to know how your Performance Max campaign is really performing, because Google is withholding that data from you. And also you can set up automated scripts that say, for example, I want to increase budgets or increase targets, or I want to kill keywords or add keywords, or you have a lot of things that you can do with automated rules and scripts that makes life a bit easier for us Google Ads managers. And last but not least, you have your performance analysis. So you want to analyze the performance based off of keyword data, product data, campaign data, ad set data, landing page data, whatever comes to mind when you think Google Ads data. And you can basically view the account and click around. You'll get smarter about what data means for you. And on the base of the data that you find, you can create new ideas and develop your strategy a bit further when it comes to Google Ads. So, what's next? Just to recap, we have the Google Ads fundamentals, and then we have the Google Ads toolbox. That's what it's all about. And honestly, if you fix the fundamentals right, you will get in your first couple sales. And then if you fix your toolbox, you have like a full toolbox that you can use ongoingly, spend budget, get more sales, do an account restructure, spend more, etc., etc. You will get to the 7-figure mark with your e-commerce brand. And if you're already there, it will get you to your 8-figure mark. So mastering the fundamentals and then using your toolbox every day, every week, every month, and regularly viewing, okay, what's in my toolbox right now, what can we use, and then creating new ideas on the base of that. It's also, to round up finally, very, very important that you see continuous improvement, because you not only want to analyze your Google Ads data, but you also want to know what's going on in the market. You want to know what works for your competitors. You want to know what sells good right now. You want to know, maybe you can make some conversion rate optimizations to your website to increase your conversions without increasing traffic. So it's very important that you just review regularly and really take the time to review your data and review your website, even when it's without making changes. I think that's probably one of the most important takeaways from this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to comment or contact me through social media with any of the problems that you have, because I'm willing to solve all your problems. And this is my request for more problems of people that are not my clients, because I want to create very valuable content. So the more problems I know, the more valuable content I can create. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, the budget and bidding management video, I'll put it right here, so you can click that right now if you're interested. And for now, I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.